All right, ladies and gentlemen, Iran has caved. I'll say greetings and welcome back to the High Vantage Point, where the view is clear and the truth is unavoidable. Donald Trump just posted this on Truth Social about 7 minutes ago, 8 minutes ago. And what you're seeing is peace through strength. That's right. They blinked. Of course, they blinked. For 48 hours, the experts in these faculty lounges, in these basements of CNN and these other horrible news organizations, they sat around and panicked. They were hyperventilating. They were dusting off their 1970s era containment theories, praying for de escalation. There were some people that were praying for Trump to send pallets of cash. It didn't happen. But while they were chattering, Donald Trump was busy while they were wetting the bed. The Department of War, and I love that we're calling it that again, was busy positioning the heavy metal. You see, the Islamic Republic, the Republic of Iran, just received a masterclass in the only language that they actually speak: peace through strength. It's a concept that's been lost in the fog of war for decades, but it's back with a vengeance. I want you to think about the track record here. Barack Obama thought he could buy them. He sent them pallets of cash in the dead of night, hoping a bribe would turn into a, revolutionary regime, into a Rotary Club. It didn't. Joe Biden, I think he tried to out-stupid them. He left the back door open, projected pure confusion and just slobbering retardedness while the Middle East caught fire. We were attacked 83 times during Biden's administration by Iran. George W. Bush, he tried to outlie them with a brand of nation building that ignored 40 years of Iranian doctrine. And Bill Clinton, well, he was too busy trying to out adultery everyone to notice the storm clouds gathering in the first place. But today is so different. And the talking heads are going to freaking melt down. Donald Trump didn't send a letter. We sent a deadline. We didn't offer a reset. We offered a choice: open the Strait of Hormuz or watch your energy infrastructure become a memory. I had a whole different show lined up here this morning, and Donald Trump changed the entire damn game the same way he changed the game in 2016. We would not know any of these things if Hillary would have been elected president. Suddenly, the tone in Tehran is productive. Suddenly, they want to talk. That's not a miracle, folks. That's an FAFO elevated to national security. When you have an armada setting off the coast with 6,000 Marines on board, the commander-in-chief isn't checking his watch on the tarmac when they unload heroes' bodies. No, that's not what Trump's doing. So we've got a 5-day pause, a stay of execution. But don't mistake a postponement for a retreat. The silent service is still on station. The Gator Navy is ready to beach. And the message is loud and clear. The strait stays open or we turn out the lights, punks. Let's check this out. I want to read this tweet to you. Like I said, it came out about 7-8 minutes ago, prior to me setting everything up. I'm pleased to report the United States of America, the country of Iran, have had, over the last 2 days, very good, productive conversations regarding a complete and total resolution of our hostilities in the Middle East. Based on the tenor and tone of these in-depth, detailed, constructive conversations, which will continue throughout the week, I have instructed the Department of War to postpone any and all military strikes against Iranian power plants and energy, subject to the success of ongoing meetings and discussions. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald Trump. Now, I think whoever typed this for Trump, I think they might have changed this word witch purposefully as a reference to Hillary Clinton. Get your broom. Get your broom, you skank. God, this is so good. There are so many people right now that are going to be losing their freaking minds because he was right. I can't wait for this. I shared this over on True Social and over on X. Follow me on X. We're live streaming over there. We're live streaming on all these different platforms. We try to get as much of the word out as we can to as many of the doldrum of society as we can, and all of you patriots. What do you mean back to the Stone Age? They're already there. Yeah, I think they are already there in the Stone Age. You're probably right with that. But how many of you agree with this? How many of you like that Trump rolled out the art of the deal? These mullahs, that's all they understand, intimidation. As horrible as, as horrible as Saddam Hussein was, he kept the Middle East in check through intimidation. I mean, that's basically all they understand. Look at this. This is a little clip here. Trump posted peace through strength as he shows, obliteration. I love it. The art of the deal in action, baby. They are going to be freaking out because you know as well as I do that the military-industrial complex needs war. They need conflict. It's the only thing that keeps them alive. And it's probably why they hate Trump so damn much. Because he's how many wars has he stopped now? Another Trump trap. He's brilliant. I agree, man. That's a good comment. I'm going to give that one to you. First Boomshakalaka of the day.
Amen.
You
Hallelujah. And boom.
I think you earned the first Boomshakalaka of the day. This is exactly what we needed, though, guys. This is exactly what we need. Is more peace through strength. Does anyone in the chat think that Obama sending pallets of cash was effective? Is there anyone that dumb that's awake this early? Huh? Did anybody think that Biden, we like to call him Biden. This was the article on Breitbart, right? This is so good. The talking heads are going to lose their mind. This was a great opportunity that they missed for the military-industrial complex. I mean, think about it. That's exactly what they wanted. They wanted a war. Trump floats out this 48-hour ultimatum. If Iran doesn't fully open without threat the Strait of Hormuz within 48 hours, exact point in time, the United States of America will hit and obliterate their various power plants. Somebody said Asian markets are going to shit themselves. Yeah, I think you're right. I think the Asian markets will poop themselves. Let's see if they've got anything rolling out right now on the news. Did we just beat the news? Wait, I think we beat them. I think we beat the news. Look at Fox. Trump halts strikes against Iran energy targets. Give me a boom shakalaka in the chat.
Trump posts.
We just beat the actual news media. We continue to beat them. They're horrible. They're idiots. They can't do this. I don't have on a cocktail dress at 5 a.m. Ainsley showing kneecaps at 5 a.m. Right? I don't have that. You guys don't want to see me in a cocktail dress. Let's roll it. Let's roll the bean footage. Let's let the news media catch up.
To Truth Social just moments ago, Quote, I am pleased to report that the U.S. and Iran have had over the last 2 days very good and productive conversations regarding a complete and total resolution of our hostilities and
That's a big F you to Fox. Right there. Right up the ass.
in the Middle East.
Whoa. Chief Foreign Correspondent Trey Yingst is live in Tel Aviv with the latest. Trey, does that catch you by surprise?
Absolutely. This is a major development.
He looks sad. No more war coverage for Trey. There you go, Trey.
President Trump taking to Truth Social, not only to say there are very good and productive conversations taking place between the United States and Iran, but he goes on to say he's ordered the Department of War to postpone for at least 5 days strikes against Iran's energy and power infrastructure. This comes after the president issued that ultimatum over the weekend about opening the Strait of Hormuz. We don't have any additional information at this point into the president's thinking about this, but this is a president who has applied immense pressure on the Iranian regime through thousands of airstrikes over the past 3 weeks. And this, again, is a president who in the past has indicated he prefers a diplomatic option when one is available. The images you see here are Iranian ballistic missiles soaring through the skies of Israel over the weekend. There were dozens of attacks that took place, the Israelis striking back against Iran's storage facilities for these missiles, going after many of not only the production lines, but where they keep these missiles and launchers. We understand they've been quite successful in those strikes, although the Iranians are still able to get off much of the incoming missile fire here to Israel in the city of.
Somebody brings up a good point in the comments. This is just for the Strait of Hormuz. Trump is not letting up with anything in regards to the missile launchers, the enriched uranium. I agree. But this is a win for the world. The world just won this negotiation if it holds up. Now, I'm not saying that these clowns are going to follow through. Never trust a retard. They will always shit their pants. Always. None of them will ever tell you, I've got to go to the bathroom before they go to the bathroom. I agree with you. I totally agree with you.
Arad over the weekend. We visited there yesterday. More than 100 people were wounded in a single Iranian ballistic missile attack. But while the focus was there in the south of Israel, regional focus also on the Strait of Hormuz, where President Trump referenced over the weekend the possibility of conducting additional strikes that appear now to be off the table, at least for 5 days. I asked Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu about that post.
President Trump said that if in 48 hours the Iranians don't open the Strait of Hormuz, that there will be strikes against the power grids in Iran.
For anybody that thinks this guy's dead, he's right here. For all the morons that think he's dead, Candace Owens, Joe Rogan.
Will you participate in those strikes? And what do you think should happen next in this campaign?
I think President Trump knows exactly what he's doing. And whatever we do together. And as far as possible, in confidence.
That's the part that scares them, is in confidence. The podcast bros, the panicans, the morons, the grifters, the doom pillars, the black pills. None of them know. They think it's a clone. Yeah, it's a clone. Right? Yeah, sure. Get a life. But that's why they're so upset with Trump, is because they don't have any leaks. They're getting rid of the leakers, Joe Kent. That's what the real problem is. That's exactly what's happening.
So again, the president just breaking some news this morning saying that there will be a 5-day delay to any strikes on Iran's power and energy infrastructure. The Israelis not just looking to the east, but also north to the Iran-backed Lebanese militant group Hezbollah. You can see some of the exchanges of fire there in southern Israel. As a top spokesperson for the Israeli military said this about the length of the campaign.
The citizens of Israel, more weeks of fighting against Iran and Hezbollah are expected for us. With each passing day, we are weakening the terror regime more and more. We will not allow the terror regime and its proxies to constitute a threat against Israeli citizens and against the existence of the state of Israel.
Again, though, the headline today, President Trump saying in a post on Truth Social just minutes ago that the United States and Iran have had very good and productive conversations over the past 2 days. And again, President Trump is ordering the Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, to delay any strikes against Iran's power or energy infrastructure for at least 5 days. Guys?
So we're still waiting, Trey, on any response from the Iranians, because the foreign minister yesterday said, I'm not interested in talking to the U.S. He usually is the spokesperson that does the American shows.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, you have two relatively moderate voices within the Iranian regime that are still alive, the foreign minister and also Iran's president, Masoud Pezeshkian. Many of the hardliner Shia clerics have been taken out in Israeli and American.
I want to know in the chat, who's actually in charge for Iran? Who is actually negotiating? Who is making the damn decisions? I'll say this, whoever is in the decision-making process is worried about their life. They're worried about their livelihood. They're definitely worried about that. Now, let's go here. I always like to troll this side. Let's go here. CNN. I feel like I'm looking in somebody's like dirty underwear drawer here. Here we go. Let's see. CNN's talking about the airport crash. There was a Canadian plane ran into a fire truck at LaGuardia Airport. Okay. Good story. Hour ago. Very relevant. Epstein Roundup. We're still doing that, CNN. Jake Crapper and I don't know who the other dipshit is. So CNN's still running with that. CNN's running with how Iran flipped the economics of war. Okay. Trump is employing ICE to take over TSA and airports. Good. Comedians take swing at Trump's. Oh, that one's breaking news right there. Trump gives 48-hour ultimatum. It worked. How Russia and China use AI to enhance foreign influence. Breaking news. These guys are all over it. We got stuff about the Oscars. Looks like where's the Nancy Guthrie stuff at? Where's the Nancy Guthrie stuff? Name the trolls. Call them out. If we got trolls, let's talk to the trolls. The trolls are going to be freaking the hell out because of what's going on right now. With Trump winning the art of the deal for the Strait of Hormuz. For the Strait of Hormuz. Now, I fully believe Iran will probably do something else that's stupid. Trump says good and productive talks with Iran, delivers pause in military. We beat Breitbart. We beat them too. Guys, y'all are the best. You are absolutely. Let's go. Rapid response 47. Oh my God, these people suck. These people are absolute trash. Now, Breitbart has yet to come out and disavow sloppy Steve Bannon for all of his 1,900 emails with Jeffrey and his like 25 plus hours of video with Jeffrey. They won't talk about that. You know, Breitbart will never, and Andrew Breitbart's probably rolling over in his grave. That's exactly what's probably happening. But I think this is a major win. I think this is a huge win in the art of the deal. And this solidifies Trump's legacy as the negotiator in chief. It's catching on, guys. Peace through strength works. Ben, the only submariner I know, you rock. Thank you, brother. Orchid Isle, thank you very much. Submariners don't really talk about what we do. We don't really talk about this stuff, right? We don't like to talk about this. Let's go here. I want to play this clip from Victor Davis Hanson. Very relevant, very important as to what just occurred. You watched it in real time. You watched it in real time. Let's go right here. Victor, roll it.
There's enough evidence to see how things are really going. Europeans would never agree to go anywhere near Iran unless they thought the tide was turning and they think that we're going to win. Otherwise, they would keep still. And the reason that the nations of the Gulf survive is they have their finger in the wind and they're very attuned to the climate. And when you have Al Jazeera praising the United States bombing campaign and saying that it's been underestimated and it's brilliant and effective, you get the feeling that they think not only should the United States finish the job, but it can and will finish the job. And then when you start to see tactical aircraft like Warthogs and Apaches, that means that they're offering almost ground and sea support to hit targets. There's nothing, there's no defense at all when you have that type of aircraft flying at will in Iranian airspace. So you put it all together, and I think it's pretty clear that this rope-a-dope strategy that they have, that we're going to tire before they are, is dependent on just public opinion, the midterms in the United States. And if Trump sees it through, and I think he will.
I think Trump will see it through. This guy knows his stuff. Yeah, Victor Davis Hanson works for a very liberal university. I believe he works at Stanford. So he goes to work every day. I mean, basically arguing with retards. There are people there with, probably doctorate degrees in feminine dance therapy. Somebody says, what does this mean for the people of Iran? What is this change going to happen for the people of Iran? Well, Denise, they're not going to lose power. The Iranians said they were going to bomb their own water desalination plants. They were going to bomb themselves. Here's a retard, speaking of one. I believe he's also a PDF, Scott Ritter. I think he was convicted as a kitty diddler. I'm pretty sure. Listen to what he said. Tell me how horrible this is. And Denise, I hope you're not a troll. Thank you.
If I were the Iranians, I would actually take out Israeli desalination plants now, right now. End Israel right now. Just end it. Just take it out, end it. Make Israel over. Israel needs to cease to exist. It is literally the cancer on the planet. If I were the Iranians,
sounds like some eugenics type stuff right there. Does he have a German flag behind him? Is that Russian or German? How many autographed copies of Mein Kampf does he have? Let's read the comments. Why are we listening to a convicted, wood chip candidate? Iran's not barbaric. Somebody says Iran's not barbaric. Wow. Oh, here we go. Here's a little picture of Scott. What did he get arrested for? Let's go. Let's go right here. I got to see what he got arrested for. Okay. Ritter was convicted of several criminal offenses after engaging in explicit online activity with a police officer who was posing as a 15-year-old, Jake Lang, 2.0 or 1.0. Wow. What crimes has he been convicted of? Let's see. Scott Ritter was convicted in April 2011. 6 of 7 accounts on online sting. Scott Ritter, not going to take any more, no more clips from you, moron. See ya. Don't want to be, you loser. These people are sad. They're disgusting, sad losers. And we're winning.
About what we saw overnight with these missile attacks. The Director of National Intelligence testified last week to Congress that Iran could not develop a militarily viable ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missile, before 2035 if it attempted to pursue that capability. Yesterday,
Well, for some reason, the previous administration, maybe even parts of the current administration, listened to Iran. Iran's like, we can't send anything more than 400 miles. And then they launch one 2,500 miles. Ritter, PDF King, yes.
IDF said that Iran did fire an ICBM. Has this changed the U.S. assessment?
Well, I'm not familiar with the IDF's assessment. I can tell you.
They said what was fired at
I can tell you that UK just condemned the firing of an intermediate range ballistic missile at Diego Garcia. That same type of missile, Iran has lost.
Everyone forgets Diego Garcia is a British base. And now the British are worried. Somebody says redacted. I can't stand that. Redacted flipped. But here's the thing. Do your own research. The guy named Clayton Morris that is on redacted, and I've said this numerous times before. The guy on Clayton Morris ran a Ponzi scheme, and to the tune of about 700 houses. And I don't even believe their show is filmed in the United States. Fox and Friends co-host, accused of running a Ponzi scheme, flees the United States for Portugal. And of course he gets interviewed by Tucker. Yeah, be very afraid, or don't be very afraid. Be worried of some of these people that run Ponzi schemes. You know, Corey Bush, all these other people. So you do your thing about Clayton Morris redacted. I don't care. I'm not going to use the word redacted again on my channel after this very time. You got to do some of your own research. You got to vet some of these retards that you're following. You really need to. Because trust but verify, I think, is what you need to do. Trust but verify. Let's go here. I want to talk about this little the deal that's rolling out right now. Trump is now saying no deal should be made on DHS funding until the SAVE Act is passed. Love to get your opinion on this. 1 for yes, 2 for no. Do you think, and somebody said don't trust the deal until it happens. If they keep the Straits of Hormuz open, that's part of this. Do you believe best negotiator, Trump 97%, Biden 1%, Obama 1%? Okay. Do you think that we should do anything? Should anything be passed? Should anything be passed before the SAVE Act? 1 for yes, 2 for no. I don't believe we should do anything until the SAVE Act is passed. Right? In a phone call just minutes ago, Trump told me Democrats want to make a deal on DHS funding. Doesn't think anything should be made until they approve this entire thing. Well, I can't believe that before people they don't. Yeah, you know, I found out something on my channel. Somebody that calls into my channel all the time is a convicted PDF. We can't allow that to happen anymore. I'm going to block him. If he calls back in, I'm going to put him on the spot and ratio the guy. I want to understand. I got a daughter. Talk to me. CENTCOM chief, 8,000 Iranian targets hit, 130 vessels destroyed, largest elimination of a Navy since World War II. That's true. United States Navy during World War II, more importantly, the submarine service, took out about 14 trillion tons of commercial shipping. Go Navy. Go submarine Navy. That's what I'm talking about. Because we kick butt and they don't. Here we go. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Admiral Brad Cooper, Commander of U.S. Central Command, here for my 4th update on Operation Epic Fury.
Love it.
On day 22 of combat operations, U.S. forces continue to take bold action and remain on plan to eliminate Iran's ability to project meaningful power outside its borders. Just 2 days ago, the U.S. Army launched the longest field artillery strike in Army combat history using precision strike missiles. The strike took out Iranian military infrastructure, demonstrating the U.S. military's unmatched reach and lethality. Iran has lost significant combat capability over the last 3 weeks. We are taking out thousands of Iranian missiles, advanced attack drones, and all of Iran's Navy, which they use to harass international shipping. Their Navy is not sailing, their tactical fighters are not flying, and they've lost the ability to launch missiles and drones at the high rates seen at the beginning of the conflict. Our progress is obvious. U.S. forces maintain air superiority over Iran's skies, having now flown over 8,000 combat flights. Our air crews are performing exceptionally across the fight, from tankers to fighters and bombers to land-based and carrier-based aviation doing a superb job. Tankers are extending our reach so that we can keep constant pressure on the enemy. Fighters and bombers are delivering precision strikes against our primary objectives, and our pilots across the board are dynamically hunting threats as well, finding and eliminating targets in real time. So far, we've struck over 8,000 military targets, including 130 Iranian vessels, constituting the largest elimination of a navy over a 3-week period since World War II. My operational assessment continues to be Iran's combat capability is on a steady decline as our offensive strikes ramp up. While U.S. forces continue to sustain overwhelming offensive firepower, I want to recognize our air defenders mounting a coordinated defense against Iran's attacks. We have built the most extensive air defense umbrella in the world over the Middle East right now. This is thanks to years of investment alongside our allies and partners to build a robust and integrated air and missile defense architecture. For more than a decade, books have been written about the concept of a Middle East air defense. Today, it's alive and well. Our Gulf partners, in particular, have defended against thousands of Iranian drone attacks, a clear demonstration of the strength of our partnerships as we work shoulder to shoulder. We also remain zeroed in on dismantling Iran's decades-old threat to the free flow of commerce throughout the Strait of Hormuz. For example, earlier this week, we dropped multiple 5,000-pound bombs on an underground.
That is so beautiful right there, isn't it? Wow, what a nice little piece of artwork that they've got right there. Where's Josh Shapiro and the rest of the Democrats autographing that? If it was going to Ukraine, they would be signing autographs. Guys, I really want to say this one right here, this comment right here by King of Biltong, Anton, runs the Biltong USA website. That right there resonates with me. It's great to listen to some positive news in the morning. The black pill bros get to be a little too much. Anton, I'm going to pull your website up here real quick. I'm going to show everybody. I want to say thank you for that. That's a hell of a comment right there. Hell of a comment by Anton. I'm going to put his website up here. I'm going to put a link in the chat. He's a sponsor on the channel. He doesn't pay me. I think he tried to pay me one time. I think he actually put some damn money in an envelope with some biltong, but I refuse to take it. I would rather that he just keeps doing what he does and sending me some Angus biltong. That's what I prefer. There's the link right there. Real biltong for real Americans. Go check it out. It's like prosciutto, no preservatives, air dried, been around for generations, and it's amazing. But you're absolutely right, Anton. There are a lot of the doom pill bros that just can't help themselves. It's all that they have. And we all know the doom pill bro in chief, the doom pillar in chief. Let me show you what he said. I've got to show you. It was last night. 8 p.m. last night, Doom Pillar in Chief rolled this information out. He's going to be pissed with a peace deal. Listen to this.
All right, so it's Sunday night, and I posted a video like 3 hours ago. It's got about 1 million views about Trump posting on Truth Social that he's going to.
Did you like how he said it's got 1 million views? That's all they're worried about.
Destroy all of Iran's power generation, electricity systems in 48 hours if they don't unblock Strait of Hormuz. And then I saw all these bots come in on that video and a couple others we posted saying, you're lying. It's not true. It's not happening. Grok, is it real? Is it real? It's on the goddamn Truth Social. But the reason I'm responding to this is on purpose. They're just trying with these bots, we proved some are bots, but looked at them, they're bots, that people that aren't informed just see that and think, oh, it's not true. So we don't say, this is crazy. All right, my bread and butter is getting stuff right. My whole world is about getting stuff right, okay? I get stuff wrong like 2% of the time, but
Alex said his whole world is getting stuff right. He gets stuff wrong 2%. Can someone tell me what percentage that Alex is right? 10%, 5%? 50%, 100%.
Holy hell, Batman. We are in full war with Iran right now. Do you know what this means? Trump has announced an ultimatum 48 hours, and instead of responding to that ultimatum and responding to that, you say it's not real. Who's programming these bots? We know Israel and others. The bigger thing is, who of those out did you buy this bullshit? They wouldn't be doing this if it didn't work on some of you. I don't know what to say at this point. I really don't know what to say at this point. Yes, Trump has given Iran an ultimatum. It's not fake news, okay? God damn it, respond to the issue instead of obfuscating it.
There you go. Seed Man is pissed. I call him the Seed Man. The Seed Man is in Raging Cane. Alex is as right as often as Kramer is. Oh, God. When Kramer said Bitcoin was a good idea, sell your Bitcoin. If he ever says that, sell it. I mean, that's these guys, man. These guys are, it's all about the clicks. That's all it's for. It's the views. There's all of these large channels that are so worried about how many views they get. Uh-oh. California. Oh, let's go California. We got any people watching from California? I don't like this guy. Some of you probably do. Chad Bianco. We call him BLM Bianco over here. Democrats are rattled after California sheriff seizes 650,000 ballots in an election integrity crackdown. Good. Good. I'm okay with that. California poll. Steve Hilton is polling higher than BLM Bianco. Eric Swallowswell, 13%. Katie Angry dumped mac and cheese on her husband, Porter, 13%. Who are you voting for in this race right here? If you're in California? Wow, what a clown show. It's not a lot of good people to pick from, is it? Wow. Okay, I want to do this, man. We've got exciting stuff going on today. Trump running the art of the deal on the Strait of Hormuz. I'm all for it. He made concealed carry easier to obtain. I don't like Chad Bianco. I think he's BLM Bianco is what I like to call him because he took a knee for BLM. I don't think he ever comes back from that. Will he win? Who knows? I don't know if he wins or not. I can't predict that. I'm not even going to try. Let's go here. I want to cover this a little bit. Somebody will blame the Jews. I'm sure somebody will blame the people with little hats. I had to break out the Freedom hat this morning. Freedom hat is on the charts, right? What is this? Hold up. There we go. Let's go. You got to press it to make it, I think right there. You got to press it right there to get the freedom sound on the hat. I don't know who sent me this, but it's an amazing hat. But mass casualty event at Air Canada. Plane collides with a fire truck at LaGuardia Airport. Horrible situation. Reports say 2 people are dead, 3 critically injured. I'm not the type of person that stares at accidents on the side of the road, so I can't really rubberneck with that kind of stuff. Not my jam. Some of you like to do that. That's your thing. I don't slow down when there's an accident. I like to get on past it. They've got chilling new audio. Chilling new audio. Let's see how chilling it is. How chilling is this? Chilling new audio.
To these harrowing moments when it appears like the air traffic controller tries to stop the collision.
Truck 1 and Company, LaGuardia Tower. Truck 1 and Company. Truck 1 and Company, LaGuardia Tower, requesting to cross 4 at Delta. Truck 1 and Company, cross 4 at Delta. Truck 1 and Company, 4 at Delta. Frontier 4195 to stop there, please. Stop. Truck 1, stop. Stop, Truck 1, stop. Stop, Truck 1, stop. Del 2603, go around, runway.
Why was the truck on the runway? Well, fire trucks are usually on the runways of airports whenever they're driving back and forth. Why it was in there in the middle, somebody will blame the people with little hats. I'm sure that's the next move that we get on for everything. You know, that's the easy way out. I'm sure that they've already blamed them this morning. We've got, let's go right here. What do we got here? Okay, this is all of the assets that are in the region there, the battle map. I love that. I wanted to get to that earlier. Sorry I didn't cover it sooner. CNN in the tanker. Fox News is probably also in on this. They love to blame everything on, you know, Trump bad, Putin good. That's typically the way it is. I don't really want to get into the plane crash stuff. Not my jam. I'm not an expert on anything to do with airplanes. Don't want to be. There are more airplanes in the ocean than there are submarines in the sky. So there you go. That's where I'm at. Now, this is interesting, though. I will say this. Somebody in the chat said, is it connected to this? Fire truck was made in Canada? I don't know about that. I don't know if it matters where it was made. Somebody said that this was relevant because now the ICE agents are going to be in the airports. This was on the runway. I don't know if it affects anything, but Dana Trash, here, let's listen to Dana Trash. She should keep her eyes closed. Looks like she's passed away.
Hopefully we'll have all those answers here by this afternoon, but we're working on it. And when we deploy tomorrow, we'll have a well thought out plan to execute.
With respect, if you're doing this in 24 hours, how well thought out could it possibly be?
Again, ICE has been at airports across the country for a long time. It's just expanding those things. Look, it does.
I'm okay with ICE at every airport. If you're flying in and out of somewhere and you shouldn't be here, I'm okay with that. Get them out. Get them out right now. Look at this story. I want to play this. This is interesting because I think the left is going to melt down over this story. And some of you are going to laugh. Some of you are going to chuckle. Enjoy. I broke this one out of the archives. This is new, though.
Tempe police are looking for who's responsible for allegedly vandalizing a Ramadan display on A Mountain. A group of students put up the 15-foot crescent moon on A Mountain at the start of Ramadan, a sacred month of fasting, prayer, and charity for Muslims. But on the final nights of the holy period, police say it was found vandalized and knocked down. The damage estimated at around $20,000.
We understand that this could be upsetting. What we want our community to know is that the Tempe Police Department, in this case, in any property-related situation, takes these incidents seriously, and we will hold people accountable.
Tempe police say they're...
So somebody damaged a Ramadan display. Local police comes out and says, you know, we understand it's upsetting. We're so upset. We're so upset that the Ramadan display got damaged. I am not upset. I don't care. I got your Ramadan. I have, you know what? Today I'm probably going to have a barbecue pork sandwich to celebrate. That's what I might have. That's what we do here. We celebrate Ramadan with barbecue pork sandwiches. Let's go here. I want to take some calls this morning. I want to get your take on what's happening with the administration, with what is with what you think about Trump rolling out the art of the deal on their butts. Art of the deal is in full force. Let's grab some calls here. I want to hear what everybody has to say about this. Do you want Trump to continue the pressure? I believe the main goal was to get the Straits of Hormuz opened. I think that's the big idea. Straits of Hormuz open. Oh, thank you. Oh, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. Gotcha. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'll stop with the comments coming up on the screen there. Good point. But lines are open, 615-475-7864. Let me know what you think. Art of the deal, did it work? Did it not work? Did Trump get played by Iran? Is he the first president to actually win a negotiation against Iran? I've said numerous times here, Iran has never won a war. They have never lost a a negotiation. I don't believe they have ever lost a negotiation. This one will upset you too, or it should. This is I'll just show you. Let's go here. Prayer rugs placed before a fire department New York 9/11 memorial at a Ramadan event. And now you're thinking I'm supposed to be upset by this? Islamic Society hosted a Ramadan in Brooklyn. 125 people, including Mamdani. Let's go here. Troll under the bridge. What you got?
Morning, everybody. So these Muzzies get to deface and desecrate churches, synagogues, our great memorials, but yet when they have a little light sculpture that gets damaged, they're going to persecute as a hate crime.
Look at this. I'm pulling this up. This image right here is at the Twin Towers 9/11 memorial at where the Twin Towers stood. They put prayer rugs on the ground over the "We Will Never Forget" sculpture. Look at this.
That's absolutely freaking disgusting.
I mean, how does that make your heart feel this morning?
That hurts. That hurts a lot. That hit that, man. That's like a knife right in the back, right into the heart. I mean, I'll never forget that day. I was there at work and they pulled us in, and I watched the second plane hit about a minute and a half as soon as they set the TV up.
25 years later, this is the 25th anniversary, and we have this happening at what I would call a sacred place. I would call that place sacred.
It's definitely sacred, 100%. It's as sacred as our churches in my mind. But we got all these young kids nowadays. They never knew what happened that day. They have no feelings for it. They're gonna stand up for this crap right here. All these lefty lunatic freaking waste, whatever the heck you want to call them.
Troll, I appreciate you calling, brother. I appreciate you.
Yeah, bye.
Thank you so much. God bless you. Troll sounded like he's on fire. This is disgusting. When they put this up, let's go Chris down in southern Arkansas. Woo pig there, Chris.
Woo pig. Hey, Ben, first I want to start off by thanking you for all you do for our veterans, man. You're a saint on that side. You asked a question earlier about who do you think's running Iran. It wouldn't surprise me if it wasn't Lindsey Graham. You know,
I wouldn't say Lindsey Graham because they don't like gays in Iran. And Lindsey Graham's a 70-year-old dude, never been married. His nickname is Ladybugs because of what happened with his boyfriend on Grindr. Lindsey Graham, no, I couldn't go Lindsey Graham. I will see you, Lindsey Graham, and raise you Barack Obama.
I could see it being Barack. I've got a solution for the whole Save Act thing.
Oh, gotcha.
All Donald Trump would have to do today is announce that he's going to deploy ICE, Homeland Security, and the National Guard at all sanctuary polling stations. If the Save Act doesn't pass, Democrats would pass it tomorrow.
Brother, you take care.
You too.
God bless you. Let's go paratrooper. What you got? Paratrooper, go.
Hey, buddy, we have two perfect opportunities here. Illegals at the airport with ICE, so just divert a plane or two to their home country. And those prayer rugs are perfect for wrapping them up in when we take them out.
How disgusting is it that there are actual prayer rugs at a 9/11 memorial? I can't get my head around this.
Yeah, more than I can comprehend. I mean, this country has got to get it together, man. We've got to take our country back. And the media and all these people are out of control.
Brother, you take care. God bless you.
God bless.
Let's go line 4. What you got, line 4?
I just have one thing to say. This is the guitar player.
Good morning.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Amen. God bless you.
Guitar player, let me ask you something. How disgusting is it that we've got prayer rugs at the 9/11 memorial? Scale of 1 to 10.
I can't imagine. I would never in my life thought this would ever happen. It disgusts me. Disgusts me.
You take care, brother. I'm going to grab another call. God bless you. Line 5. What you got?
Good morning, Ben. It's Dawn in Reading, PA.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, so the prayer rug situation around our sacred site where over 3,000 people died, personally, I'd be piling them all up, put lighter fluid on it, and burn them in front of the site because they do not belong there. Those are the kind of people that killed those folks, and that's their sacred death site, and that is disgusting.
No different than the tomb of the unknown soldier. Thank you for calling. Let's grab this one. Line 5. What do you got, line 5?
It's Donkey Voice.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, my brother. Well, all I can say, because as you know, I'm a dumb nigger from Compton. Then I moved to Hawaii, and now I'm in New Mexico loving life. And brother, all I can say is I love you because you are the direct connection to the real humanity going on in this country. And we're kind of effed because of stupid politics. But your voice rings loud to me, my brother.
Well, I appreciate that.
I want to say, and I want to say to all the patriots out there, because, you know, we're in a 250-year cycle. So I think the dollar is going to crash. I don't want to make predictions, but I think it's going to happen. And all I can say to all of you and my brethren and my sister, protect yourself. Go get some money. Go get some gold. Go get some fuel. Go get some water, because I think we're in for head times, man. Tell me, Mr. Submarine Dude with the screen door, what do we do?
You know, I'm going to tell you right now what we do. You've got to stay vigilant. You've got to stay positive. You can't get caught up in this doom black pill crap that so many of these channels try to spin. The easiest way to rile you up and keep you scared is just keep you scared. Let me play this clip and grab these other calls. Donkey, I love you. God bless you. Let's go. Mark, I'm going to take some more calls after this clip. I've got to play this. This is at, oh man, this is going to piss a lot of people off. I can already tell. Get the trigger switch. I think we're going to be triggered watching this one. I think I'm going to be triggered right here. Well, let's go. Buckle up. 9/11, 25th anniversary. What a hell of a way to celebrate. What a hell of a way to celebrate the 25th anniversary of 9/11 with prayer rugs. Right. Okay.
A banner displayed at a Contra Costa County cemetery has many in the community fired up tonight. The banner advertising a new Islamic portion of the cemetery was draped over a 9/11 memorial. And as NBC Bay Area's Jody Hernandez tells us, that has many people shaking their heads.
That banner has caused a huge uproar. Memory Garden Cemetery took it down at about noon today, but many say it never should have been placed at the 9/11 memorial site in the first place.
I felt like a punch to the gut type of thing.
Danny Kimmel describes how he felt when he saw a banner draped over the 9/11 memorial located in front of the cemetery where his mother is buried. The banner advertised an Islamic Garden of Peace.
To see that sign on that memorial was kind of like not good in my thoughts.
The Kimmels are a Blue Star family. Danny's older brother was killed in Vietnam. He says his mother would have been rolling in her grave if she saw the banner.
She wouldn't just roll over, she'd get up and walk.
Danny's sister-in-law agrees. She says they're incredibly patriotic and calls the banner's placement insensitive.
There's room for everybody, but just have a little respect where you're
She's so patriotic, she wouldn't show her face. Got it.
going to put your things.
Got it.
The owner of the cemetery says he recently sold a portion of the property to an Islamic family who plans to open a memorial garden. He says he gave them permission to put up signage, but did not authorize them to drape it over the 9/11 installation.
Hold on. Hold on here. Hold on. There's a phone number there we need to call. Okay, hold on. Let's do this. I can't stand by and not do this. I can't stand by and not do this. This is pitiful. This is disgusting. I know they won't answer. It's 5 a.m. Wake up.
Please leave your voicemail, phone number, time and date, and I'll give you a call back as soon as I get a chance.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Ben Dykes. I'm retired from the United States Navy. I remember precisely where I was at September 11th, 2001, and watching this story about this Garden of Peace Islamic cemetery makes me want to throw up in my mouth. This is absolutely one of the most disgusting and vile displays of hypocrisy, and you should be ashamed of yourself for doing something like this, putting these prayer rugs over a 9/11 memorial. Feel free to give me a call, 615-475-7864. Got a couple 100,000 people that watch my channel every morning, and what you're doing is disgusting. You should be ashamed of yourself, and I hope your genitals are invaded by the, I would say 1 million ticks right into your genitals. You're a horrible human. Goodbye. There you go. I wanted to say something. I wanted to go speak sailor, but I couldn't speak sailor. Not this early. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. And I urge all of you to call these clowns. This is pitiful. Mark, Pittsburgh, talk to me.
What? Ben, I'm physically sick right now looking at that sign. I swear to God, where are the American patriots? I would be up in New York right now, dragging every prayer rug they got and pissing on every one of them. It's disgusting. They're bragging about doing this, and they're throwing it in our face. Man, I would be in jail. I swear to God, I'd be in jail. I would drag every prayer rug one by one and piss on every one of them in Times Square.
Mark, here's the thing. Here's the thing. The city that it happened in elected Zoran Mamdani.
Yeah, and he's part of it. He's proven it. I mean, dude, he put his hand on a Quran. How can you swear allegiance to the United States, okay, and put your hand on a Quran? Everything they believe in is against our Western values. They do not believe in nothing we do here.
I agree.
Where's the government? What are we doing here?
Mark, take care, brother. Grabbing this call. Line 2. We're back at the top of the scoreboard.
Yeah, Ben. I say I got a whole big hunk of swampland down here in Louisiana. I'd like to donate for them people deplanting them Muslims.
Crawfish eat a lot of bad stuff. Crawfish eat a lot of bad stuff. Yeah. This is pitiful, guys. Pitiful what we're seeing right now in America. Here we go. An attack on Iran's southern coast and islands will lead to Gulf routes being cut. This is an image of Karg Island. Apparently, this could still happen, but Iran is opening the straits. So hopefully that happens. Yeah. I believe the cemetery was in California, but they also went and put rugs over the memorial in New York City. Look at this. IRGC linked terror group Ashab, I can't even say it, responsibility for torching 4 ambulances in London. Oh, that's a mostly peaceful but fiery protest. We got 3,600 people watching right here. We got a lot of people watching over on the green machine. Thank you for tuning in over there. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. Feel free to give me a call. I'd love to talk to you. And whatever platform you're watching on, let me know. We're trying to get the word out. I don't care where you're watching. We're streaming on Rumble, X, Twitch, all these various platforms. We're seeing a definitive decline in America right now. Definitive decline in American values. The Doomer podcast bros, I don't know where that's going to go. I don't know how far that we follow that rabbit hole and believe some of their BS. It's weird that nobody else covers any positive news in the morning. Somebody says, stop bitching, Americans. We sit on our ass and let this happen. Rob. Okay, Rob. Thank you. Appreciate the comment. Great comment, Rob. I love the passion. Here we go. Look at this one. This is Dick or Richard Blumenthal. Sorry, I didn't mean to call him Dick. Says ICE agents will take out families when they're deployed to airports. Is he really saying that? I can't believe how much crap that people believe. It is odd that people will run with crazy stories. Wait, what? Oh, hold up. New York City's First Lady, Mamdani's wife, exposed approving of SI attack propaganda, plane hijackers, and outrageous attacks on U.S. troops. Wait, what? Let's see. Hold on. What is this? The placement of, oh my God. The placement of rugs in front of the Fire Department New York's memorial plaque for firefighters that lost their lives on 9/11 has angered members who contended the Ramadan observance respected the fallen heroes. Are you freaking kidding me? I don't know what the hell to think of this. I don't know. Are we conquered right now? Have we been conquered by this religion? I want to end this poll in the chat. I just want to ask a question. Have we been conquered? Have we been I can't even spell conquered because I've refused to quit. It damn sure feels like it. So let's go Bobby, Tennessee. What you got, Bobby?
Hey, they're using our memorials for 9/11 as a sign because of all the Islamists in our country that they won. They think that 25 years ago this year, they beat us with that. They hundreds of years, thousands of years, they wait and wait and wait until they finally get a win.
Bobby, do you think this is leverage for what's happening in Iran? Is this a way to emotionally blackmail people into opposing action in Iran?
I think it is. They over the last 40 years, the education system in America has transformed pride in America into disgust for America. And these people, what they do everywhere they go, they divide, conquer, and then change history. Just like you got them saying, we've always had Muslims here. They helped build this and that. They never did anything. The United States has always fought against the Islamists because we knew they were bad.
Bobby, let me grab this other one. God bless you, sir. Let's go line 2. What do you got, line 2?
Good morning, Ben, and Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. It's so grumpy. Hey, look, brother. The people have not been conquered, but our government certainly has.
In the chat right now, I put a poll. Have we been conquered? 2/3 of people say no. 1/3 say yes. 1/3 of the voters in the poll. We got 500 votes. So out of that, I would say 125 people say that we've been conquered.
The people have not been conquered, but our government most certainly has.
Why are we so sympathetic towards what is occurring? Why are we so? I mean, I said at the beginning of my show, Obama tried to buy them. Biden tried to out-retard them. Clinton tried to out-adulter them. Bush tried to outlie them. Reagan ignored them for the most part. Why is it been kicked down the road 47 years to the Trump presidency? He's number 47. And now that he's taken action, he's the bad guy.
That taps into human psychology, and I'm certainly not smart enough to figure that out. But I tell you what, Ben, 250 years ago, we'd have been shooting by now.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. I don't know how much further we go until man, I don't know if we're due for another revolution. I don't want to see that happen because I know I've got friends and family that would be on the other side of the line. You probably know people just like it. You probably work with people that would be fighting.
I have family members.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this, and I'm not sorry for saying this.
You might not be right. You might not be wrong. You might not be wrong. Brother, you take care. God bless you. Have a great day. God bless America. God bless America. Man, I was really hoping a couple of specific people would have called in. I had something special planned for some of these folks. Line 2, go. Go ahead, line 2. Line 2, go right ahead.
Well, my blood pressure is finally going down after seeing that on the memorial, and it makes me want to urinate on a Koran, or maybe even worse.
But you know what's sad? The people that did that can burn American flags, burn Bibles. Nothing happens. If you go do that, you'll be convicted of a hate crime in 20 minutes. If you go burn one of the password flags, you'll be convicted of a hate crime in 20 minutes. They arrested children for doing burnouts on rainbow crosswalks. They arrested kids for doing that. Right?
In a group, you're right. It's revolution time. There's no other possibility. It's just I'm just livid. I'm gonna have it. Okay, I'm done. I can barely talk. I'm so upset.
I appreciate you.
Thank you, Ben.
You know what? I want to say thank you for one thing. I want to say thank you for being upset. If you weren't upset, I would question your patriotism. Let's go line 1.
Yes, I think the whole deal with the rugs at the 9/11 is that they are suggesting that the Muslim people choose a target because now that Iran's loosening, they're setting themselves up for something later. That's just the way. That's just an OP.
You think it's kind of a veiled shot, a little bit of a foreshadow, is what you think?
A foreshadow, yes, that they're planning on coming out. They're trying to, foreshadow. I guess that's the best way to put it.
Let me ask you one question. When I think of great patriots that would be really pissed off right now, can you imagine the look on Rush Limbaugh's face this morning if he saw that? Let me grab this other one. God bless you. Line 3. Go right ahead, line 3.
Hey, buddy, I think we need some more people like General Pershing right now.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah,
Scorched earth.
You know how he treated them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, a lot of people need to look that up. They've been called by many different names. They've been called the Moors and the same thing, same religion, same problem. We've had it for since that thug started this gang, since that murderous thug started this crazy religion. And I don't care who I piss off because that's truth.
Yeah, I just feel like we have become so complacent. It drives me crazy.
I know. It's like, look, hey, if they want to worship that, if that's the religion they follow,
I don't care.
Hey, I don't care. Don't shove it down my throat.
Yep.
Don't try to force me to believe something that I know is false. It's like, okay. I'm trying, Ben, buddy. I'm trying real hard. That little news story has got me grit my teeth, dude.
If you weren't upset,
I know exactly where I was at.
If you weren't upset by what you saw, something's wrong with you. And you know exactly which political party is not upset this morning.
I agree, 100%.
Brother, I appreciate you calling. You take care.
Like
God bless you.
Hey, listen, y'all keep smiling. We're winning. Just keep your heads up.
God bless you. There we go. That's out of West Virginia. Got to give a big shout out to some Cash App donations here on the show this morning. Jeremy sent some money for lighter fluid. Jeremy, thank you so much. Shelly, thank you so much for that. Really appreciate it. Guys, if you're not upset by what's happening right now in America, get your head examined. Remove head from anus is what you've got to do if you're not upset. With that being said, this is the Ben Dykes Show. I'm getting out of here. I'm going to roll you out with a little bit of, you know what? I think what we need a palate cleanser, don't we? Hold on a second.
Old glory. I fly atop the world's tallest buildings. I stand watch in America's cause of justice. I fly majestically over great institutions of learning. I stand guard with the greatest military power in the world. Look up and see. I stand for peace, truth, honor, and justice. I stand for freedom. I am confident. I am arrogant. I am proud. When I am flown with my fellow banners, my head is a little higher, my colors a little truer. I bow to no one. I am recognized all over the world. I am worshipped. I am saluted. I am respected. I'm revered. I am loved, and I am feared. I have fought in every battle of every war for more than 200 years. Gettysburg, Shiloh, Appomattox, San Juan Hill, the trenches of France, Damavand ports, Rome, the beaches of Poland, the jungles of Guam, Okinawa, Tara, Korea, Vietnam, the Persian Gulf, Afghanistan, and a score of other places long forgotten are all, except by those who were there with me. I was there. I led my sailors and Marines. I followed them. I watched over them. They loved me. I was on a small hill in Iwo Jima. I was battle-worn and tired, but my sailors and Marines cheered me. I was proud. I was at Ground Zero in New York City on September 11th as cowardly fanatics attacked America. I was raised from the ashes of once proud buildings by brave firefighters, heroes who risked their lives to save others, showing all that America, although bloody, will never be beaten. Those who will destroy me cannot win, for I am the symbol of freedom, of one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I have been soiled, burned, torn, and trampled on the streets of my own country. And when it is done by those whom I have served with in battle, it hurts. but I shall overcome, for I am strong. I have slipped the surely bonds of earth, and from my vantage point on the moon, I stand watch over the uncharted new frontiers of space. I have been a silent witness of all of America's finest hours. But my finest hour comes when I am torn into strips and used as bandages for my wounded comrades on the field of battle. When I fly half-mast to honor my soldiers, my sailors, my airmen, and my Marines. And when I lie in the trembling arms of a grieving mother at the gravesite of her fallen son or daughter, I am proud. My name is Old Glory. Long may I wave, dear God, my God. Long may I wave.
If you are not pissed off, if you're not upset by what's happening right now, I'd say go to the doctor, but it might be too late. You guys take care.